is Sally Achenbach, and I was a Soul Train dancer from 1985 to 1993.
So I gotta get up early in the morning, find love. So I gotta get up.
I am from Thousand Oaks, California. I grew up there most of my life. Dance is my first love. I've been dancing as long as I can remember. My father used to blast his jazz music around the house, and loved it ever since. I was sitting in the living room of a friend's house, and he was on his landline. I was watching Soul Train. I said under my breath, I wish I could dance on Soul Train. And he said, what did you say? And I said, I wish I could dance on Soul Train. And he said, hey, I got somebody here who wants to dance on Soul Train. You want to talk to her? So he hands me the landline. She asked me how I looked, and I said, well, I look all right. And she goes, well, you gotta be cute. You wanna dance on Soul Train. Well, how do you dress? And I said, well, I dress like I'm going to a club. And she said, well, okay. Well, this is the date and time to pick me up. And I picked her up in LA, and we went down there. There was hundreds of beautiful people standing outside the gate of the studio, and she told me there was a dance coordinator by the name of Eric Kasim, and he would be picking people to come in first. So naturally, she got in first. I walked in behind her, and they stopped me at the gate, and they said, excuse me, who are you with? And I said, I'm with her. And he asked her, and she nodded her head no. So I was like, okay, and I kept calling her name, and she just kept walking through like I just wasn't there. So I was like, wow, that's messed up. But I decided to just wait outside the gate and make the best of it. And eventually, after a couple hours, Eric came to the gate, and he was telling people to back up, and it slowly opened up to me, and he said, you. I was like, me? He said, yes, you, hurry up and come on in. I'm following the crowd going into the studio, and I had no idea what to do. There was no direction or anything. I mean, the first artist I saw on stage was New Edition. I thought, I gotta talk to somebody around here who can give me a heads up. So I came across Louis. Of course, at the time, I didn't know Louis's name. And Louis just showed me around and told me what I couldn't do. And he said, you can go on the floor, and if you want to get camera time, just dance on the outside, but all the props on the top there, you can't go up there unless you're picked. I said, okay. So I got a dance partner, I stood on the outside, I got my camera time, and the next thing I know, Eric came up to me and he says, I'm gonna put you in the cage. I was so nervous that they stopped the dance number at midpoint, and Eric walked over to me and said, Sally, you look so nervous on the monitor, we have to stop everything and start all over again. I was like, are you serious? He said, you're gonna be fine, don't worry about it. So he coached me along, and once I danced on the cage, then they put me on the side riser, and then they put me on the stage. And I just thought that was the norm, and I just had an incredible time. That's how I got on the show. In the beginning, I really didn't think about a specific style. I just wanted to go and dress what would be presentable before the camera, like I was going to a club. And I was a little more covered up when I first started because I had a few extra pounds. And when I lost those extra pounds, Tony Briggs, a phenomenal fashion designer, had approached me and said he would like me to wear some of his clothing. That's when I started to wear a little bit tighter and shorter mini skirts. I loved the pink outfit with the black fringes off with the matching gloves. That was really nice. That was my first outfit, so that's probably why it was my favorite. My dance style, I guess, is kind of sexy. That's not the way I really dance. It was for Soul Train. As a matter of fact, on the set of Soul Train, there was no segregation with the people in the entertainment field. A lot of people there were there to support other artists who were performing, PR people, CEOs from record companies, you name it. And even artists approached there that weren't even performing So if an artist ever approached me a certain way, and I understand I was dancing kind of sexy on Soul Train, but I would always tell them, what you see on stage stays on stage. I love me some KFC. I have no problem with KFC. However, because I was wearing tight clothing, me and the girls, we would go across the street and run over to Denny's, and I would literally have a small dinner salad and some crackers, because I want to be able to hold my stomach. Sometimes people, when I was out in the public, they would look at me and say, there goes that Chinese girl's cousin. There goes that Chinese lady's sister. So thank you, Cheryl, for paving that way. But I would tell them, no, we're not related, you know, but I am half Asian. I have several memorable moments. My first was when I got to dance for the Whispers. And I danced for Heavy D and the Boys, and I got to dance for Stevie Wonder. Well, actually, the whole entire time I was on the show was extremely memorable, extremely unforgettable. When you first start on the show, they give you paperwork and they let you know that you're not going to be paid, and I was okay with that. I was just honored to even be on the show. I did, however, get paid dancing for Stevie Wonder, and that was really nice. One of my favorite Soul Train line moments was going down the line with Kid and Play. And he was just clowning going down. And all us girls were running after him like we were a bunch of silly groupies, you know, just acting crazy, and that was just fun. When I was on the side, there's these steps that we would do. It would be 1, 2, 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3 to the left. And that whole time, as I'm waiting for my turn to go down that line, I would be thinking of a routine. And by the time it would be my turn to go down that line and I would see that red light, my mind would just go blank. So I would just improvise going all the way down the line. It was just crazy. I loved seeing my friends go down the line. The girls' line and the guys' line were side by side, and I would purposely try to get in between them, because sometimes when the guys were going down, I would actually peek my head in and be yelling for my male friends going down the line as well. And they would look at me crazy, like, what are you doing over here? Yeah, we used to always encourage each other, yell for each other, root each other going down the line. It was a lot of fun, even though there were some mishaps, you know, with wardrobe. Sometimes it would show a little bit too much cleavage, or the skirt would rise up a little bit too high, and we would have to do a retake. I'm guilty of that. The reason why I stopped dancing on Soul Train was I just felt it was just my time to move on. I danced on there for about 8.5 years, and I thought I, you know, did my time. I wasn't trying to pursue anything actually in the entertainment field, but the little perks was kind of nice, you know, if you maybe got some preferential treatment into maybe a party or a backstage at a concert, that sort of thing. In 2017, however, I did dance on the Soul Train cruise for an incredible reggae group by the name of Third World, and that was a lot of fun.
Early in the morning.
To come into the time that I did with the music that was playing at that time was incredible, because the music was so rich in talent, and I love it. People could really sing, people could really play, and the music was just, it was just incredible. I loved being a part of that.